to see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live at Jack Heckman Field in beautiful downtown Marshfield. This is Joe Anderson, joined by Bailey Miller, as we bring you Marshfield Chaparrals baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Tonight, the Minocqua Wood Ducks come into town to take on the Chaparrals. Defensively, let's look at for Marshfield. Caden Schillinger is catching tonight. Gage Worley at first. Logan Homolka at second. Karsten Jersley mans third base. The veteran Will Lee at shortstop. In the outfield, Isaiah Byrell in left. Riley Bauman in right. And Riley Bauman in center. There we go. And Chase Higgins in right. Brent Eastad DHing tonight. And pitching for the Chaparrals is Kenny Schultz, who will sport number 4 on his jersey tonight for the Chaparrals. They're wearing their pale blues with the navy blue numbers with the red trim accented, and Chaparrals in script across the chest, left to right. Overcast night, hot and muggy here at the Hack. First time I've ever seen the Minocqua Wood Ducks, and I'll make sure I don't call them woodchucks, they're wood ducks. Getting their warm-ups, and leading things off will be Nate Hopkins, the center fielder, Landon Haft, and then Peter Arts, the first 3 hitters for the Wood Ducks to lead off the top of the first inning. And first pitch at 7:08. And the temperature here in Marshfield, a balmy 78. I think Mike Steinwagner's in the room. Yep.
Joel, how you doing?
Good. It's kind of a boring night if you don't get to see Mike. And a strike called. Count is 2-1. I'm getting a personal critique tonight from Mike. He's looking right over my shoulder. He's got a lot of responsibility coming in the fall. You're working again for UWSP, correct?
It's up in the air yet. A little bit.
Okay, that's still in negotiations, if anything, so we'll leave it at that. Count is 2-2 to the leadoff hitter, Nathan Hopkins. Skies look a little threatening tonight. Hope they don't release any rain, because I've rode the motorcycle over tonight. It's Dairy Fest weekend here in Marshfield, so a lot of activities going on. Had a big parade today at 11. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. He's going to run it out. So one away will bring up Landon Haft. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin, is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. One away here in the top of the first, and Haft looks at a curveball for strike 1. The left-hander delivers. Foul is going to stay foul or fair down the left field line. Just foul. Just foul. Had a busy week. Had softball on Tuesday, baseball on Wednesday, softball on Thursday. All sorts of stuff yesterday and baseball tonight. Peter Arts on deck. Landon Haft, 0-2. And the pitch. Something unusual I saw on Wednesday for baseball. Saw 3 batters with 1 foot out of the box that took a pitch, and they were called strikes. They had 1 foot in the batter's box, and they were ready to hit, but the umpire called it a strike. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And one ended the game.
Well, did the ball go across the plate, Joe?
Yes.
It did. Yeah.
Another strikeout.
You can have 1 foot out, Joe. But as long as that foot comes back into the box when contact is made, then it's perfectly legal also. But if he would have made contact while that foot was out, he would have been called out.
Right. But he didn't.
You don't have to have both feet in the box.
Even if you don't swing at it.
Right. Right.
Well,
as long as if he feels he's ready, if the umpire feels he's ready, he can have to deliver the ball.
Okay. No, the way it looked, I think they ended the game on a strikeout that way. Kid didn't have his foot in the box, and he didn't swing.
So he was, but
the pitch went across the plate. It was a strike.
Sure. And this was in a regional game?
Yes, regional final.
Where at?
Altoona.
Okay. I was thinking maybe the western section of the state had different rules than the central section.
Talking to an umpiring expert here, Mike. He's done a lot of games, that's for sure. I've done enough to get in trouble with. I'll tell you about how I called an infield fly with 1 out, or with
Joe,
2 outs.
Been there, done that. I've rang a few guys up on the second strike also.
Yeah. 2-2 count to Peter Arts. 2 back-to-back strikeouts for Kenny Schultz here in the top of the first for the Chaparrals. Timeout called. Just underway here at Jack Hackman Field. Schultz lines up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business. and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Yeah, she was a freshman this year.
You can keep talking. We're having a good conversation up here. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services, from loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records. They have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Pretty calm up here since Lucius is not around tonight. Lucius Messerschmidt, you can't help but like the guy. He gets kind of squirrely, though, some days. The defense for the Wood Ducks, Peter Arts catching, Austin Samansky at first, Sam Johnson at second. I got a Randolph at two places, and that isn't going to work. Josh Randolph at third, Sam Johnson at second. Walter Augustine is at short. There we go. That's better. And in the outfield is James McCormack, Nate Hopkins, and Dante Santarelli. So Walter Augustine. Had a Civic Band performance last night just across the way at Columbia Park. Nice crowd out there.
You know, Joe, you guys sounded pretty good last night.
Yeah, Civic Band did very well, I thought. Leading things off for the Chaparrals here in the bottom of the first is the left fielder, Isaiah Byrell. And he looks at strike one. I like this umpire. You know if it's a strike or not. Pardon me. That is a good thing, though. Yeah, there's another one.
Well, that was my style for 30 years, Joe.
Yep.
In fact, they said they could hear me 2.5 blocks away.
Fouls that one away. Count as 1 and 2. I was usually trying to be pretty vocal when I called strikes.
I actually read an article by Hall of Fame umpire Al Bartlett many
Okay.
years ago that he says you want to make sure on your go ahead and play here.
Ground out to the first baseman, Samansky, so one away.
You wanted to know that every ball player on the field should know what the heck the call is.
Yes.
That, and that's why my strike calls, center fielder always says, man, I could hear you if it was a strike or not, But, yeah, and it's good. Let everybody know, And if you say it right,
Whoa!
with determination, you aren't going to get an argument,
And a line shot by Riley Bauman, the second hitter, right to Walter Augustine. 2 up, 2 down. And Logan Homolka, the second baseman, will come to bat.
Joel, I looked up on this Minocqua Wood Ducks. I'd never heard of them until I looked them up. And this is actually, I think, like their first or second year in a Clover Belt Conference now.
Clover Belt or the Dairlyland?
No, or excuse me. The Dairlyland, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, the Dairlyland Conference. Yeah.
2 quick strikes.
Yeah, in fact, last week they landed up playing, they played Whittlesey the other day on the 28th. And,
Base hit to right. Misplayed by Santarelli, and he's going to dig for 2. He's digging for 3. And Luke Wirtz will hold him up at third. So the ball took a funky hop. And Homolka with a 2-out triple. It's been pretty dry out here, and that turf is hard. And Caden Schillinger, the cleanup hitter, with a chance to get an RBI.
He's just carrying it over from the great year he had at UW Stevens Point this year.
Caden?
He was starting third baseman for the Pointers this year.
Oh, Homolka?
As a freshman, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Great season he had. Of course, the Pointers lost the lacrosse in the NCAA tournament, but Logan had a great year. Hit over 300 and an outstanding job at third base also.
What I don't know, Mike knows. Popped up. It's going to stay in the infield. Foul territory drifting over is Szymanski, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first. 1 hit, no runs, 1 left. We head to the top of the second inning. Scoreless here at Jack Hackman Field. You're watching Chaparrals Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, friends. Express Employment Professionals says find your next career path with just a phone call to Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. No matter where you are in central Wisconsin, save yourself some time and find your next employer at expresspros.com. And you should sign up for Fleet Farm Rewards and get great deals sent to you. Plus, you'll earn points on every purchase made in-store or online. Sign up now at fleetfarm.com. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. So you were saying that...
You asked me, Joe, on how long the Chaparrals have been around. They've been around a long time. And actually, there was a team before the Chaparrals, and that was called the Marshfield Max.
Okay.
And it was sponsored by the Marshfield Athletic Club. And this goes back, I'm talking like 50 years ago, because when I was playing Legion ball, I graduated in 72, so I've been out 51 years now. But going back, and I remember watching the Max play, and guys like Mike Regner and them and Bobby Nowacek were all playing. But it was good entertainment. And then they just disbanded maybe about 2-3 years, about 75 or so, and the Chaps came kind of moved right in. And Tommy Cross did a nice job of organizing that club. So.
Walter Augustine, the leadoff hitter, with a fly ball out to Higgins, who misplays it. And Augustine will end up at second base on the E9. Augustine leading off the top of the second is Austin Szymanski, the first baseman, steps in. The Viaduct Bar and Grill of Marshfield serves juicy half-pound burgers daily. The Viaduct Bar and Grill is also home to cold drinks and fish fry Fridays. The Viaduct Bar and Grill on Marshfield's fabulous northwest side. And you can drive under the viaduct. They've repaired the road. Smooth as glass. And I think it was
There's a lot of skid marks on it already.
Yeah, I was just gonna say somebody's done a burnout on the concrete already. Count is 1-0 to Szymanski, and he pops it up, and it's going to be out of play. Don't know if they're still giving 50 cents a ball to a kid that picks them up. Another freight train coming through town. Count is 1-1. Left-handed Kenny Schultz for the Chaparrals from the stretch. The pitch. Foul out of play, first base side.
Joe, talking about that train, I saw the longest ball hit when the old Reese Field over here, and the longest ball ever hit was by Tom Zock, who was actually in the Marshfield Baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And I said this story during when I was inducted 4 years ago, but it turned out the longest ball that I ever saw at Reese Field, because Tom hit that thing, the train was going through, the door was open, and it landed up in Duluth.
Ground ball to short. Lee scoops it up, goes to first, and they get the out. So Szymanski grounds out 6-3. As Augustine will go to third. James McCormick, the left fielder, number 6 batter in the lineup tonight for the Wood Ducks. It's time to get back to work. It's time to find a great job with great pay at Nikolai Construction. Find year-round work in carpentry, concrete, and steel that has you home every night. Stop in and see Brad or Rob at Nikolai Construction on 29th Street in Marshfield. Get back to work with Nikolai Construction. And McCormick getting himself ready. Wood Ducks kind of have those 83 White Sox jersey style. He swings and misses for strike one.
Actually, I thought the Phillip Loggers were here for a minute because it's pretty much the same colors they got up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it looked like Phillips for a second. Their high school team has that same style, yep.
Yep.
Ground ball, snagged, knocked down by Jerschley. It was a hot smash. He did a good job to knock it down, but McCormick will get an infield hit and an RBI.
Batting Trevor Rosensky.
As Augustine comes in. Good play by Jerschley, but yeah, I think even if he had snagged it, I don't think he would have got the out at first. One away, one in. And this is the 7-hitter, Trevor Roszewski, the pitcher. Kind of like Austin Jerschley's stirrups. I don't like the long pants. I'm an old school guy. And the center fielder, Riley Bauman, sporting the stirrups too.
Yeah, the way he's wearing them out there, that reminds me of the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, yeah. I still remember the Bucky Dent game in Fenway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't call it the official one on the air. There is an expletive in that title. I remember getting off the bus. Here's the pitch. Foul.
Oh, yeah, Bucky had a way with words. In fact, he's going to be down in Madison. When is that? I think next week in the senior tournament down there.
Really?
Yes, they're bringing in the celebrities. I know Mark Tauscher has golfed in that, and so has Aaron Rodgers when they played 9 holes on, I think it's on Saturday. And once that last group gets off of number 10, they'll play the back 9.
Okay.
And Bucky has done a lot of these golf outing celebrity things. So, yeah, he's a very avid golfer. So
1-2 the count to Roszewski. McCormick at first, and that's a ball. 2-2. Yeah, if you can get Rogers out of his darkness.
he's in his own little world.
I tell you, between Aaron Rodgers and the Oakland A's, oh my gosh. Here's the pitch. Inside, full count. I've been watching.
They're talking about possibly moving to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The A's.
Yep. I've been watching that whole saga on YouTube. A fellow by the name of Brody Brazil out of the Bay Area on TV. The pitch, fly ball. It's going to be popped up in the infield. Oh, good hustle by Schillinger, just out of his reach. Yeah, the A's had been working on this big stadium project with the city and the county and the state at Howard Terminal,
Sure.
part of the harbor. And they got almost to where they were going to start getting the ink into the pens, and then they said, no, we're going to go to Vegas. And we're going to buy 49 acres. And then within less than a week, then they said, no, but the Tropicana is going to give us 9, where we can get it for free in a corner and build a dome stadium. 3-2 count. We'll finish that story here in a second. 1 out, 1 on. And steps out. Anyway, Brazil has been doing this, and he said the smallest acreage for a stadium is 8 acres, and that's Wrigley Field.
Yep.
The smallest dome
There's
stadium.
no parking around there, I'll tell you that.
No, there isn't. There's no parking at Wrigley, I know that. Full count pitch. Schultz sets. Fouled off. But then they were going to go to the Wild Wild West casino site that's been raised, and they were going to buy that. Now that went poof. Now they're going to go to the Tropicana and get 9 acres to build a dome stadium in the corner, not on the main strip. The whole Tropicana is on the strip, or where they want to build it. They want to build it in the backyard. Yeah.
Down in Tampa.
At the Tropicana.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And they're going to try to put a dome stadium on 9 acres. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Ooh, knocked down by Jerschley. Not in time. And another infield single for Roshewski. That was a good at-bat for him. And runners at first and second.
Sam Johnson.
And Sam Johnson, the second baseman, comes to bat. Long story short, the smallest dome stadium acreage is American Family Field at 12 acres.
Oh,
And if you've been to American Family Field, I mean, it's
but
pretty.
they got great parking there, though.
Yeah, they got great parking, but it's pretty
Yeah.
precise.
I'll tell you, we were down in Tampa during spring break this year, and you're driving down the interstate, and we were heading down to Sarasota, and you look at Tropicana Field down there, and it looks like it's built on a hill, but it's not. But the building is tilted. It slopes up towards center field. I mean, it's the goofiest thing. I says to my wife, I think that thing's built on a hill until you get closer, and it's not. You know, and it's wow.
It's got the Tropicana Field in Tampa or St. Petersburg or that Bay Area.
Well, you know, we were down. We watched Dalton play. We flew in on Sunday and saw Dalton play on Monday.
Dalton Varsho.
And we at Dunton's Stadium. It's built in right in the residential area down there, and there's really no parking down there either. It's really an old stadium, but it's a very nice stadium. They've done some remodeling down there, and it's really a nice stadium.
Yep. Runners at first and second. Count is 1-2 to Sam Johnson. 1 run in here in the top of the second for the Wood Ducks. Good work by Schillinger to keep that ball in front of him. Count now even at 2. Yeah, and now Rob Manfred is kind of, I don't want to say he made a threat, but he's kind of saying, well, you know, Milwaukee, you got to fix up your place, or we might have to move your team.
How can you move a team that brings in 2 million fans a season, you know?
Yeah.
And you look at down,
Oh.
and you look down in Miami, where they can't even draw 1 million.
In a brand new stadium.
And a brand new stadium.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Caden Schillinger took a foul tip. He's down for a moment. Let him catch his breath. Don't ever let anybody tell you that catching is easy.
I caught in high school. That's why I got the bad knees, Joe.
Yeah. It's a tough job.
But you know, you look at the ball diamonds around the central Wisconsin area, you know, for organizations like the Chaparrals, and I know I was looking at Minocqua's Wood Ducks, and they says if you want to come to a place that is really a nice ballpark, it's the game that we're going to tonight, and it's an outstanding ballpark to watch a ball game. Was right here at Jack Hackman Field.
Okay. 3-2 the count to Johnson. 2 on with 1 out. The pitch. Ground ball to short. Lee will scoop it. They'll get the out at second, and that'll do it. That'll be all they get. As Johnson will get a fielder's choice. McCormick advances to third.
Randolph.
Second out, the number 9 hitter, Josh Randolph, the batter.
But you know, you look at the ballparks in this area. I mean, really nice ballparks. I mean, well, a good example is Loyal. Loyal put in those new dugouts this year, and I was over there for graduation last week, and it's starting to really look nice over there. I remember doing a lot of ball games over at Loyal, and you know, you look at Hackman Field here, you look at Buchholz, you look at Whitterfield, you know, and a lot of these high schools now have put their own fields in. Wausau West put their own field in. The job that Wisconsin Rapids did of putting their new fields over in Wisconsin Rapids.
That ball gets past Schillinger. Everybody moves. Johnson will move up 90 feet. Randolph, I had an account 1-0.
And what's amazing about that is that whole baseball is all turf.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, wow, you know, where Marshfield's, you know, they built the one by the high school and just the infield is turf, but, you know, you put turf through that whole thing and it's like, you get a rain and you don't even really have to stop. So.
Fly ball to center ends the inning as Randolph flies out. 1 run comes in for the Wood Ducks. They lead after an inning and a half, 1-0. You're watching baseball, Shaps baseball on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen within just 1 week. Countertops, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, and everything else you find in your kitchen. Stone Innovations takes care of it all for you, from fabrication, design, and installation. For your next kitchen or bathroom, look to Stone Innovations in Plover. Hey, H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield is hiring. H&S offers top wages along with a very generous benefits package. Get health, dental, life, disability, 401k, cash bonuses, $2 shift bonus, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. H&S is looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shifts. Apply online at hsmgco.com. Bottom of the second inning, leading off for the Shaps is Gage Worley, and ahead in the count 2-0. Fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield. Augustine calls for it. It's short and makes the catch. That was a interesting catch because the wind is blowing left to right, and it started off drifting to left field, and it kind of blew its way back over. Kind of like some of those games at Wrigley back in the old days where you hit the ball right on the button to center field and it would end up being caught by the right fielder.
Well, I was watching the Blue Jays and the Mets on MLB this afternoon, and they had one like that in the Mets game in New York. It moved it good. In fact, Dalton was the one that hit it out to right field, and it actually moved over a good 15 feet. You know, and it's like.
Will Lee with the ground to short, and a high. Oh man. Lee gingerly running the first, and that throw high. I hope Will is all right. didn't really explode out of the batter's box. He kind of went slowly, but he's there. He'll reach on the air. And Chase Higgins, the right fielder, number 7 in the lineup, will bat. Trevor Rashevsky, the pitcher for the Ducks, and gets a pop-up. And gloved by Sam Johnson, the second baseman, for 2 out now in the inning. 2 infield flies for the Shaps here so far. Brings up the DH, Brent Eastad. Remember teaching with his mother back around 1988-89 in Loyal. And our producer,
you're starting to show your age. You know that.
yeah. And our producer Bailey says, 88, 89? Really? Did you say you were born in 03, 05? 05? Oh boy. I was on my second Goldwing by then. That's a motorcycle, friends.
Pretty soon, if you keep riding that, Joe, old age-wise, you can put the training wheels back on again. You know?
Yeah.
Or you might have to go to a trike.
Yeah, I've thought of that. A lot of people, once you get a little more in age, as Eastad.
I've seen a lot of older ones, you know, riders on the trikes lately. So
Always a possibility. 2-2 to Eastad with 2 outs. There goes Lee to steal a base. And makes no difference as Eastad strikes out to end the inning. Still scoreless for the Chaparrals as we head to the top of the third to score 1-0 Wood Ducks. You're watching Chaps Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children, to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and going on now through the end of May, the Spring Tire Plus event, which means huge saving on select tires. $50 rebates, $70 rebates, up to $100 rebates on select tires. Going on now through May 31st.
Welcome back, friends, to Jack Hackman Field and Chaparrals Baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Blues Hair Studio on North Central Avenue is ready to help you get the summer's best cut and color. Schedule an appointment at Blues Hair Studio to look your summer best. And our friends from Crystal Finishing Systems, they're a family-owned business. They're now hiring for both their Weston and Moseley locations. With openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and so much more. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. Also like to talk about our friends at Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, they've been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And no, I was not born before that, Mike.
No, Joe, I've got a few years on you.
Leading things off here in the top of the third for the Wood Ducks will be the leadoff hitter, Nate Hopkins, a strikeout victim in the first.
Nate Hopkins.
Yeah, the 83 White Sox, the winning ugly teams. And they won the division before, the first week of September. They had 4 weeks to go in the season. And the Orioles beat them in the ALCS. And it's the only World Series that Cal Ripken was in, and they won it. Foul that one away, and what was it, 2 years later? 3 years? Yeah, 2 years later, they were the worst team in baseball.
Yeah.
Started out the season 0-26.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, it was awful.
Well, I'll tell you, the way the Oakland A's are playing this year. They could break the record for the most losses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they're inching up to that 50 mark already.
Yeah, 50 losses
Yeah.
after, what, 60 games, 70 games?
Yeah, it's something like that, yeah. I think they've only got like 12 wins this year.
And they play in that cavernous 70,000 seat stadium
Yeah.
and draw 5,000 if that.
You know, you go back to that Giants Oakland World Series. The earthquake should have taken it down.
Yeah. Yeah. It wouldn't be so bad at Oakland if they didn't have that Mount Davis monstrosity.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're still paying for it.
Yeah.
That's the same way with Soldier Field and the Bears. The Bears want to move out, and they did that whole big fouled away by Hopkins. Count is 2-2. Yeah, they want to build a new stadium, but the mayor Lightfoot before was going to had this big proposal for a dome, and they were going to do all this stuff. There's only so much you could do with Soldier Field.
Oh yeah.
It's just you can't do anything more with it. Schillinger took a little nick off.
Well, you know, they always say, well, how the heck can you watch a ball game in Lambeau Field also? What? Put a dome over that. It would not be the same.
No.
It's called the frozen tundra for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I see you got another ball game here tomorrow, Joe. Are you doing this one tomorrow too?
Yes, sir.
Well, you might as well just stay overnight.
Yeah. I'll just sleep in the corner.
Pop yourself in the corner there. And
you could put me up for the night. I can sleep on the couch.
I gotta get an okay from the boss on that one.
Hopkins goes down on strikes for the first out. Landon Haft, strikeout victim in the first. Schultz struck out the lineup. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first.
Well, I do have 2 sofa beds down in the basement. You know, you can sleep with the cats. You know.
Fouls that one away. 0-1.
I have one that snores pretty good though.
Oh, cat that snores?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It drives me nuts. I'll be sitting in the kitchen and all of a sudden next thing I'm going, what the heck is that noise? Yeah, the cat only goes 19.5 pounds, you know, so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, he's a chubby.
He's a large feline. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Haft. Schultz has done well, just giving up 1 run here. And then 2 1/3. Whoa, right back at him. And Haft knows that he's done, so trots over. Good cat-like, speaking of cats, cat-like reflexes for Kenny Schultz.
That's right.
Now batting, Peter Arts.
Peter Arts, the catcher, 0 for 1. You know, we could have our own talk show up here.
Yeah, we could.
Bailey Miller producing that. She kind of looks at us. These 2 old codgers just talking away. Ground ball. Homolka gets the out.
And then when we're done with the show, Joe, they can take us back to the home.
Yes. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, and the Shaps trailing 1-0. You're watching Shaps Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Mall Furniture has every type of chair you can think of. Lazy Boy, Best Swivel, Queen Anne, Marshfield, all types of lift chairs. We have it all. All are ready to pick up and take home today. Mall Furniture sells locally made products and is proud to serve Central Wisconsin. We've been family owned and operated for over 45 years and looking forward to many more. Have a look at us online at mallfurniturewi.com.
Mall Furniture, where value is yours.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a free quote from Kerry Van Aert State Farm on auto, homeowners, renters, and more. Marshfield residents, find Kerry Van Aert State Farm on Facebook to get started. Trying to get Mike to sing, he wouldn't do it. We head to the bottom of the third.
You'd have to pay me.
Roszewski still on the hill for the Wood Ducks.
Yeah, I see the Chaparrals got the Evergreen Merchants coming in tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, I'll never forget a ball game. I was doing a Chaparral Everest game, and Chaparrals had actually the winning run at third base, bottom of the ninth, and nobody out. And they brought in Greg Langbaum, and Greg could bring the heat.
Okay.
Struck out the last 3 batters on a total of 10 pitches.
Karsten Jersley, the number 9 hitter, leading off for the Chaparrals here in the bottom of the third. Joe Anderson joined by Bailey Miller. And he hits a fly ball to left. It's going to drop for a base hit. So Jersley with a solid single to left, leading off the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Isaiah Byrell, who grounded out to Szymanski at first in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Isaiah just graduated. In fact, he will be my wife's teaching partner next year.
Oh,
he
cool.
will be teaching second grade at Washington School this coming fall. So.
Excellent. God bless teachers. I did it for 35 years, and
well, my wife's got 32 in, and she wants to go 7 more yet. So,
bless her heart. I've heard from a lot of my colleagues that are still at it, and some that was just retired. They're like, "Yeah, it's not like it was in the old days." COVID did nobody any favors.
Yeah, exactly.
Bailey loved online learning.
Well, my daughter slept in until 9:30 in the morning.
Never. Bailey said I got up at noon.
So in other words, you missed breakfast.
Oh, that was not fun. Byrell 2-1, 2-2 the count to him. Jersley at first. Foul back out of play. Yeah, I don't miss that at all. That and the other thing I don't miss, put your phones away. Fouled off that one again. Count remains 2-2. I'll be here tomorrow working with Bailey, and then Tuesday I go back to Altoona and work with Bob Bradovich. We do sectional baseball from Cinder City Park. That pitch high for 3-2. Karsten Jersley at first. Roszewski checks the runner, delivers. Ground ball foul, third baseline. Isaiah been playing a few years for the Chaparrals. Full count. And he goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for Trevor Roszewski. Riley Bauman, center fielder who popped up to Walter Augustine at short in the first inning. And popped up, fly ball, trouble. McCormick in left. He and Hopkins nearly collide, the center fielder. But McCormick will get the put out.
He went a long way for that ball. Wow.
Yes. And good thing that they slowed up just as McCormick made that catch. Otherwise, it could have gotten pretty dicey for those two gentlemen out there. 2 outs now. Dursley back at first. Logan Amolka went a triple in the first and slaps one to the second baseman. He'll glove it over to first for the third out. So a leadoff single to left gets nothing for the Chaparrals as they still trail after 3 by the score of 1-0. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Check 1, 2. Oh, might as well give Mike a microphone.
Oh, you gave me an ice cream cone here today.
It's
been a warm day.
For everybody to hear. Top of the 4th inning here from Jack Hackman Field. Mike Steinwagener, the color man tonight. Bailey Miller, producer extraordinaire. And me, Joe Anderson. Hey, nobody knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst and now based in Hancock, this 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm produces many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farms 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. If you've ever had a Lay's potato chip, Mike, you've eaten the potato grown at Heartland Farms.
Now batting, Walter Augustine.
Augustine leading things off here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, I've put a couple bags away in the last couple of weeks. It tastes real good on a bologna sandwich.
Potato chips on a...
Oh, yeah, it's
okay.
fantastic.
Okay. All right. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
That's like putting peanut butter on a banana.
That's not bad. That's not bad. My daughter Rachel and I like to eat liver sausage and Braunschweiger on Ritz crackers or wheat thins. Those are good. Fly ball, foul down the right field line. Yeah, the boys won't touch Braunschweiger, but Rachel, she and I can eat it.
My dad's favorite cheese was Limburger. And my mom would always make me Limburger cheese sandwiches for lunch. Go to school. I forgot it was in my locker one day, and this was on a Friday, so by the time you came on Monday, it did not smell good in the hallway.
Count is 0-2 to Augustine. I got a good one about a student a long time ago. Fly ball, center field. Bauman tracks it down for out number 1. Where I used to teach in a little town called Highland down by Dodgeville. We were in the old elementary school, and it was stairways and 3 floors. We used the first 2, and one of the young boys in 2nd grade, it was only K3 building, and you got milk every day. And he always took milk every day, and it got to be May, and it got to be warm like this, and all of a sudden one day, oh my gosh, they had all the doors open in the school, swing and a miss for Austin Szymanski. And goodness, all the doors were, when he walked in, he was just hit by this waft of, something doesn't smell good. And here he had not finished his milk, and he had like 20 milk cartons in his desk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he didn't know. He was only 7 or 8 years old. 0-2 the count to Szymanski. pitch. Fly ball. Foul territory. They're going to run after it, but it's going to go out of play. Good game tonight. Just 1-0. So an error led to a triple in right field. Scored on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Jersley lets it go. Smart move by Jersley. If he had fielded it where it was, it would have been fair, but he let it go.
Yeah, it's great to have this nice warm weather now finally. You know, the boys of summer are out right now. You know, a lot of baseball that's going on. Northwoods League is going on really strong right now. You know, down at Whitterfield with the Rafters and also the Woodchucks up at Wausau and that. And the Express in Eau Claire.
Yep.
And Legion Ball is going to be starting pretty soon. I mean, so, yeah, you can find a ball game someplace to go, you know, any place in central Wisconsin.
Strikeout for Szymanski.
Now batting
For the first out.
McCormick.
James McCormick, the left fielder, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strikeouts for Schultz on the evening so far, 3, 4, 5. So we'll see how McCormick does here in his second at bat, 1 for 1. Wearing Robin Yaut's number 19. Held up, call the ball. Well, no, he didn't go. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count even at a ball in the strike. 385 to dead center here in Jack Hackman. 367 the power alleys and 320 down the lines. A pretty spacious ballpark. Held up.
Well, there's a lot of room from home plate to the backstop back here, I'll tell you. When this ball diamond was built, I'll never forget, I did actually the very first Marshfield game on this diamond when it was built, and that's, you know, think about it, it's 20 years ago already, Joe. Over 20 years.
Okay.
And George Roman and the Smash Panthers came in, and we're exchanging lineup cards at home plate, and George is walking from the third base dugout over, and he says, "Mike, you know, you guys got to give me a golf cart because, man, that's a long walk from third base dugout to home plate here."
It's kind of like the Coliseum, and speaking of like in Oakland, they've got forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in this ballpark, there's a lot of room there in the foul ball territory, boy.
3-1 to count. Schultz a little frustrated on that last pitch. Ground is pretty hard here. I mean, we haven't had rain in several weeks now. Ground ball, third base side. Fair, past Jersley. Could be extra bases. He's digging for second.
He got by the left fielder out there.
And Will Lee will get it from Byral. So McCormick with a double.
Now up, Trevor Roseski.
Trevor Roseski, the pitcher. A single, but taken out by the shortstop on a field. Johnson hit into a fielder's choice.
Yeah, they had on Channel 7 the other day. It's been 14 days, or actually 15 days now that we have not had any rain. But we had rain on the south side of Marshfield yesterday because there was water sitting around in fields actually yesterday. But up by me, up by the hospital, I think we had 15 drops. That was about it.
This is Roseski. He's behind the count, 0-1. As my grandfather used to say, not enough rain to raise a disturbance.
Got that right.
On the count. Schultz, the pitch, inside for ball one.
Yeah, I drove on some gravel roads the other day, and my whole back window was just full of dust.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's. I mean, I've even noticed down on the farm when I've had a chance to get on it. It's dry.
Yeah, very dry.
Ground ball, Jerschley scoops it. Oh, goodness no. I think he thought it was going to take a hop up, and it didn't. He's had a lot of action the last 3 batters.
That's why they call it the hot corner, Joe.
Base hit or air?
I'd give him an air on that. That was a routine ground ball. He kind of tried to side saddle it, and he thought he was going to get that hop, but he didn't come over with it very cleanly at all.
Anybody argues, you can talk to Mike.
That's right.
2 outs, 2 on. Inside for ball 1. Better wait for Will Lee to get his cleat tied there. There, he's ready to go. Strike call. Yeah, so the Veterans Parkway came in 2000?
2000, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
We were talking about that the other day, as far as trying to get the timeline of things.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that's, 23 years ago already, man.
Calls that one away. Sam Johnson, the second baseman. Sam on the evening reached on a fielder's choice, 0 for 1. Wood Ducks and the Shaps here tonight from Jack Hackman Field. 1-1 the count. Little number foul.
Now, in the Dairlyland League, Joe, they don't have a pitch count at all, like they do in high school and Legion Ball and that.
Correct.
And while even the Northwoods League has a pitch count in it also, so.
Okay. I saw a neat thing in Altoona. They have a little, like a scoreboard, little mini one up in the press box that the coaches can see how many pitches. Fly ball. It's gonna. Good. Did he get it? Oh, couldn't glove it. Coming home, play at the plate, and he's out. So Johnson will reach on an error, but McCormick will be thrown out. 3-2, trying to score.
Time for your 4th inning raffle drawing.
No runs on one hit and 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still 1-0 Wood Ducks over the Shaps. You're watching Shaps Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Next one is
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net. Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Gavin McKiskey says, "Let's go Chaps." I agree with him. Hey friends, for the best in recreational or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. Just share your goals and Brian can tell you where and how to make it a reality. 715-213-4468. Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. Contact him at 715-213-4468. Caden Schiller leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th for the Chaparrals. Joe Anderson, Bailey Miller, and Mike Steinwagner here from Jack Hackman Park. Schillinger 0 for 1 in the afternoon, and pardon me, not afternoon, evening. You can tell I've done an awful lot of afternoon games lately. I had afternoon on Tuesday for softball, afternoon on Wednesday for baseball, softball on Thursday in the afternoon. Had some good games. Had a chance to look at the Royals softball team out of Wisconsin Rapids, and they're phenomenal. They just pound you right into the dirt. Had a good game Wednesday at Altoona. The Railroaders beat St. Croix Central. I think that was 3-1 or 4-1. And Thursday for the sectional final between Stratford and Blair Taylor. Stratford, first trip to state for softball, they won 4-1.
Well, and I watched a little bit of your ball game, Joe, and I was flipping back and forth, and that Superior Stevens Point game that 1-0 that went to extra innings.
Yes.
Was a great ball game.
I think Jason called that one.
Yes, he did. In fact, Jason put something on, I think it was Facebook or something, and there was a guy who actually gave Jason a great compliment, and actually Jason did a great job on that ball game.
And Schillinger will draw a walk. That is the first walk of the evening for Trevor Rashevsky. And Gage Worley popped up to Walter Augustine. You can hear the Worley fans in front of us.
In fact, I don't know if it's been kind of released, but actually Jason's dad will be coming back to Marshfield in August as he will be inducted into the Marshfield Baseball Softball Hall of Fame.
Ooh, that's cool.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's I know I went in 4 years ago, and it was, or 5 years ago now, and it was a great experience. So
His father used to work for the News Herald.
that's right. He's going in as a reporter.
Okay.
And actually, Doug was a very good umpire also back then. Also.
Good hit for Worley. Wow. Right on a rope. Augustine leapt up as high as he could get it, went over him and into left field.
I'll tell you, he had some springs on that leap. My gosh, just went right off the tip of his glove there.
So a walk and a single, 2 on at the corners with nobody out. Big shot chance here for Will Lee, the shortstop. And he hits a little flare to right. That's going to score a run. So an RBI single for Will Lee. Brings in the first run of the evening for the Shaps to tie the score at 1. Worley at third, Lee at first. Chase Higgins, the right fielder, looking for his first hit of the evening.
That's what you call a Texas leaker.
Yes. It just kind of bloops right in there. Strike 1 to Higgins. That's the one thing about after this pitch. Fly ball left field and foul. With girls softball and boys baseball, I mean, girls softball, you can barely have enough time to get your book done, and all of a sudden they're ready to go.
Yep.
It goes.
It's a very fast-paced game.
Yes.
I remember doing college softball, and the fastest game I ever had was over at UW Stevens Point, and we were done with a 7-inning ball game, and it went to full 7, and we were done in 48 minutes. And I mean, it just boom, boom, boom. And the thing is that college ball is just, when you got pitchers right around the plate just constantly, and you got batters up there swinging, it goes very fast.
Ground ball to third. Randolph knocks it down. Gets the out, but the second run comes in as Worley makes it 2-1 Chaparrals.
That flip he had coming out of his glove there went right to that bare hand, and he didn't have to dig for it at all. And that's what saved him of getting the runner at first base. Otherwise, he would have had a base hit out of that.
Right. I know Bill Jadarsky and I, we used to umpire quite a bit. We did a lot of JV games at the East Ed, the batter now for the Chaparrals. We did a game, I think it was our last game we ever worked together. It was over there. We started at 4:30, and we walked off the field at 5:25. 7 innings, 2-1, and it just lickety-split went. Then we did a game one year where I think we went 3 hours and 7 innings.
Oh, yeah.
Walk.
I'll never forget, I did a 9-inning Legion game on Old Reefs here. We started at 8 o'clock because the Legion game started at 8 o'clock back then. And
Eastad down on strikes.
he went down on strikes, but the throw by the catcher went down to the second baseman, and the runner at second took off and got a stolen base out of it.
So Will Lee is now at third. Good thinking by Lee.
He had a big jump out there, so.
Karsten Jerschley, 1 for 1 with a single in the third. 2 outs, 2 in. Slaps a base hit up the middle, make that 3 in. As Mike pointed out, Will Lee.
Oh, the ball got by the outfielder.
Oh boy. Is he going? Luke is going to hold him up at third. So Jerschley with an RBI double and will take third on the mishandle in center field.
Now batting, Isaiah Byroll.
Isaiah Byroll is the 7th batter of the inning for the Shaps here. Trevor Rashevsky had been cruising along and has given up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball 1. Nice to know these guys don't need a pitch clock, though.
No.
No. High school doesn't either.
In fact, I saw today Bichette for the Jays get called out on a 3rd strike on the time clock.
Oh, cheapers. Could you imagine Mike Hargrove playing
my
today?
gosh.
The human rain delay?
Well,
Speaking of
the manager for the Jays, him and the home plate umpire did not get along very well today. And about 8th inning, Mr. Schneider made a little trip to the showers,
Okay.
So, but no, going back to that long game, Joe. In fact, it was against Wausau. We started at 8 o'clock, and
a walk for Byron.
Wausau had a pitcher by the name of Joe Westfall,
okay,
who was actually from Marathon, outstanding pitcher. And we finally got done at 5 minutes after 12. 4 hours and 5 minutes for a 9-inning ball game.
Peter Art's out to talk to his pitcher, Trevor Rashevsky. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, 3 in for the Shaps here in the bottom of the 4th.
But you know that with the time clock now, actually the games have been shorter, and I'm surprised the TV networks who have been controlling this for years, because they got to get all their commercials in, and so who knows? I mean, it's moving games along faster.
Yep. The other thing that I missed, though, is the complete game.
Oh yeah, you don't see that. I mean,
No.
let's go back to the Steve Carlton era when where you've got 28, 29, 30, 31 complete games by Steve Carlton in one season. Nope, didn't go far enough.
Ball jumping all over the infield, and nobody really had a hold of it. And I've got my cord all messed up.
Your wheels on it here, Joel. There you go. Got her now.
Oh, goodness sakes.
Joe, I didn't think you could move that fast in order to run over your cord.
I'll tell you a funny story about that at the next inning. Ground ball up
That's
the middle.
up the middle.
There's a base hit. Here comes Jerschley, and they're going to send Byroll. And he comes in, so 2 RBIs.
Oh, they threw a pass
Oh, goodness sake.
at second. He's rounding third.
Here comes
Here comes-
Bowman. Holy cow. You'd like to say it was an inside the park home run.
No, that's
Man,
no.
it's a double.
It's a double, and you're going to have a throwing error on. Well, actually, I would have called the error on actually the shortstop on that. That was a catchable ball, but it went all the way out to center field, and he came all the way around the score.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. This is the ninth batter of the inning. 2 outs, Logan Homolka.
They got 6 on the board here, Joe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. I remember math wasn't my strong point.
That's why you were in music, Joe.
That's why I was a music educator. God bless her soul, my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Shaneberg, is still waiting for my late math assignments.
The dog ate it.
No, I just didn't do them. No, you're talking about me moving fast. We had to do one of those Alice drills, if an intruder's coming into the school. Very
Sure.
serious thing. And you get a chance, you're supposed to get out of there. Chopper right back to Roszewski and over to first for the out. We'll share that later. 6 runs here in the fourth. The Shaps bat around and take the lead 6-1. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Saleski Sports.
Midstate Technical College Healthcare Simulation Center, in a partnership with Aspirus, is a state-of-the-art interdisciplinary healthcare simulation center. It provides specialized spaces and simulation technology equipped with medium and high-fidelity mannequins and other equipment to create complex healthcare training scenarios. Visit our website at mstc.edu/simcenter.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, so Cale Weisenberger is pitching.
Jack Hackman, Chaparrals out in front, 6-1 against the Wood Ducks from Minocqua. Joe's getting a few little changes here as we do have a new pitcher on the mound, and I'm going to let Joe tell you about him.
The new pitcher for the Chaps is Cale Weisenberger in relief of Kenny Schultz. Schultz pitched 4 innings and gave up 3 hits and walked no one, struck out 5, and gave up 1 run on his time on the mound. Weisenberger in relief here in the 5th inning for the Chaparrals. That is not my phone. Now, to finish that story, we were doing this Alice drill, and if you have a chance to evacuate the building, you do. So I had a group of 3rd or 4th graders, and we went out the back way, and we took it seriously. And I was running out with the kids. I said, "Go, go, go, go! Let's go!" And they started running out towards where our designated spot, and I was right behind them, and I was running. And when we got to our safe spot, the kids looked at me and said, "Mr. Anderson, I've never seen you run in my life before. You move pretty fast."
And how many years ago was that, Joe?
About 4.
Must have been all downhill.
Downhill, yes. Ground ball. Scooped up by Jersley, got the out. So Randolph grounds out for the first out. Top of the order, Nate Hopkins. 0 for 2. Kenny Schultz, a good outing for the left-hander for the Chaparrals this evening. Cale Weisenberger in relief. Go from lefty to righty. Nate Hopkins, the left-handed batter. And he slaps a little blooper in the left field for a base hit. So his first hit of the evening.
Now batting, Landon Haift.
Landon Haift, the DH. 0 for 2.
The sad part about that, Joe, is he can't get the win. He only pitched 4. That's right. He only pitched 4 innings.
And Weisenberger can get the win.
That's right.
strike. 1-1 the count. Welcome to the Joe and Mike show tonight. We'll be back here. We'll be here all weekend. Try the veal.
Well, Joe, I've got 2 graduation parties to go to tomorrow, so.
I'll work solo.
And I've got 4 more after that the following week.
Oh my gosh. I'll have Bailey though. Bailey's an excellent producer.
Oh, she's a great one.
She is. 1-2 the count to Landon Hafe. The pitch. Ground ball. Through the hole, it's short. So back-to-back base hits for the Wood Ducks. They've got the bats quacking.
Joe.
I had to do one
God.
poor pun tonight. The bats are quacking.
I suppose tomorrow with the Evergreens coming here, if they start hitting the ball, you're going to say, well, they're bringing the lumber today, aren't they?
Peter Arts 0 for 2. With 2 on and 1 out here in the 5th. Pitch in the dirt. The runners will advance. Not far enough for anybody to score. Well, I tell you, Caden Schillinger, he's earned his pay tonight.
He's taking a beating back there.
Yes, he has. He's caught a
And the umpire is thanking him every time he knocks the ball down.
Yes, sir. I always thank my catchers. They did a good job. Have you ever had a catcher purposely miss a ball so you get hit because they didn't agree with your strike calls?
I don't think so, but I did have one. I was doing a ball game at Pool Cove Park, and I knew this kid was going to throw a curveball. Catcher is sitting up on the outside of the corner, waiting for the breaking ball, and I'm sitting in the slot, and the ball never curved.
Oh boy!
It came and caught me right in the thigh.
Ground
and
ball.
Go ahead, Joe.
Jersley got the out, but the run comes in. Good gun for Jersley for the second out here. Run will come in as Hopkins scores. So it hits you in the thigh.
Oh my gosh! And I had a black and blue bruise there for about a week and a half, and I told the catcher, I says, "You want to go out and get your sign straightened out with your pitcher?"
Yeah. Well, catcher and umpire, that's a partnership. A lot of people don't realize. Ground ball, Jersley again guns it over to first. Got him. Jersley,
nice play.
Gun. 1 run comes in for the Wood Ducks.
Actually, what made the play on that one was a scoop by the first baseman on that one.
Yeah, good play overall. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 6-2. Chaparrals. You're watching Chaps Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We are back.
We're back at Jack Hackman Field, and we are going to the bottom of the 5th inning with Chaparrals leading 6-1. And by the looks, we've got a new pitcher out on the mound for the Wood Ducks, and Joe will be telling you about him in just a bit.
Thank you, Mike. Number 7, Zach Peterson. Yes, that's who it is. So Zach Peterson comes in. Relief of Trevor Roszewski. Roszewski pitched 4 innings, 6 runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks, 1, 5 hits. Schillinger, first pitch ground ball. Johnson scoops it up, and he held his foot long enough to get the out.
There's also a new pitcher for the Wood Ducks. Number 7, Zach Peterson.
Zach Peterson on the mound for the Wood
Now
Ducks.
batting, Gage Worley.
Gage Worley, big hit for that young man. Scored one of the 6 runs in the 4th inning. And one foul out of play. Joe Anderson joined by producer Bailey Miller and the international man of mystery, Mr. Mike Steinway. Bring you today's game. The chopper could be trouble. Will he beat it out? He does. Ain't pretty, but it counts as a hit.
Looks like a line shot in the book, Joe.
A hit is a hit. And Will Lee, speaking of hits, comes up. Will Lee with an RBI single and a run scored in the bottom of the 4th.
Now up, Will Lee.
How far away is, you said they're Minocqua? That's 2 hours?
Yeah, it's about hour and a half, hour 45, right around there.
Okay. Pass ball.
Yeah, pass ball.
And Worley will advance to second. Yeah, because once you get north of Merrill, we go from 4-lane on 51 down to 2 again, isn't it? Or where does it?
It actually right around Highway 8 up in there, where you would turn to to go to Rhinelander.
Okay.
So yeah, it becomes pretty much 2-lane there.
Once you go to Minocqua, it's going about 10 miles an hour down Main Street.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been up in that area. We went camping up the Eagle River one time, and we took a drive over to Minocqua and that. And yeah, it's
another wild pitch.
That's a wild pitch.
Yep.
But yeah, it's great area up there. A lot of things to do, and I'll tell you, during the summertime that becomes a very wild place up there, just like the Wisconsin Dells, But it's a good vacation spot to go to. So.
Oh, who's the gangster? John Dillinger.
Or John Dillinger.
I'll tell you an interesting story about that in a minute.
You met John Dillinger?
No, I'm not that old. No, my father's mother was from Chicago, and in 1934, the pitch to Will Lee is a swing and a miss for strike 2, full count. And my grandfather and my dad's oldest brother, his older sister, and his 1-year-old sister all hopped in the Model A and drove down Old Highway 12 to Chicago.
Okay.
And it was about the time that Mr. Dillinger met his fate out in front of the movie theater.
Yep.
And my dad remembers that they had all kind of walked by there, and the police made sure they didn't clean up the scene very well to kind of prove a point.
Yeah, that's the legendary Valentine's Day Massacre.
No, that's
wasn't it?
No,
that wasn't.
That was the Lady in Red. The Lady in Red gave up Dillinger.
Okay.
Yep. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre is when they lined up all the other hoodlums, and one group shot the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was not pretty. Ground ball. Out at second, and that'll do it. Lee will reach on the fielder's choice, or Higgins will reach on the fielder's choice as Lee is taken out 6-4. No runs on one hit and one left. We head to the top of the sixth, and it's 6-2. Chaparrals, you're watching Chaps Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Back to work here at Jack Hackman Field. Yes, sir. Yes, that's Weisenberg. Boy, you can hear that pitch pop. Cale Weisenberger in his second inning of work here for the Chaparrals. Kenny Schultz had a good start, but as Mike said, he only pitched 4 innings. He can't qualify for the win. We were talking about complete games. I remember Jack Morris in the 91 World Series.
With the Twins, number 27. Cale Weisenberger.
That was one heck of a ball game.
Up to bat.
Well, you know,
Szymanski.
you talk about long innings. I'll never forget, we played a Legion game my last year in 1972.
Right.
And we went up to Rhinelander, and we had to wait till the Little Leaguers got done. And we landed up playing, we didn't play a doubleheader, but we played one game against the Hodag, and we went 18 innings. And it's still a record, Marshfield Legion record. And we lost that game, and here's the strange part of that whole game. Ron Hart, who graduated with me, Ron pitched all 18 innings.
Holy cow. Ground ball. One away.
Yeah, and back then, you know, we took cars up there. We didn't have buses and that. And it turns out that Johnny Adler was out in center, Mike Varney was out in right, and I was out in left. And John and Mike collided out in the outfield, and Mike landed up breaking his arm, and Harry Butke took him to the hospital, and this is like in the 5th inning. So Harry calls back later on and says, well, who won the ball game? The lady at the concession stand says, what are you talking about? We're still in the 12th inning. We're still playing.
Ground ball to Lee over to first for 2 up, 2 down. And Szymanski and McCormick both ground out here in the top of the 6th for the Wood Ducks. Good job by Will Lee at short. Trevor roll up. This should be Zach Peterson, I believe, coming. Yes, it is. Zach Peterson.
Now batting.
They just Roszewski. He will bat in Roszewski's spot. They'll just take out Roszewski, and Zach Peterson, who came in relief, will bat for him. Left-handed batter. We had a game like that against Owen Withy in football in Loyal. We played 4 overtimes. Ground ball. Lee again scoops it up. Over to first, 3 up, 3 down. Easy.
Quick inning, boy.
We head to the bottom of the 6th. Chaps leading 6-2. You're watching Chaparrals Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
All right, everybody.
Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, broadcast of Chaparrals baseball here from Jack Hackman Field in beautiful downtown Marshfield. Dairy Fest week here, Dairy Fest weekend here in Marshfield. A lot of activities going on the last few days. Had activities over at Columbia Park last night, just across the way. Big parade this morning at 11 o'clock. Activities still going on down at the fairgrounds. Anything tomorrow, or is it?
I think it's pretty much wrapped up.
Okay.
I know actually a lot of people don't know this either, but there was actually a disc golf tournament that was going on also today. Part of the Dairy Fest at Brain Park. So
okay.
I used to be into that disc golf, and so was my son. Actually, he was a gold medalist in the Badger State Games when he was 16.
Wow.
But he was actually ranked as number 3 in the state as a youth, and but he still throws it a little bit yet. But yeah, it's a fun sport. You just don't want to throw your shoulder out or anything.
That's true. Brent Eastad leads off here in the bottom of the 6th. And strike 2. Brent yet to put bat on ball. 2 strikeouts. Twilight here at the ballpark. Follows that one back. Lights have been on since we had first pitch at 7. And it's right now it's 8:45 according to the clock that I put in.
Well, that's pretty nice, Joe. I never noticed that.
Yeah, I'm a clock person. In my classroom in Loyal, I had 70 clocks.
And none of them had the right time.
No, they all pretty much were right on time. I'm a clockaholic.
You would think some kid would come in late, and the kid would say, "No, I'm still 1 minute early."
Yeah. And this is an analog sports clock that I picked up at an auction house for a couple bucks. Now the thing is, Mike, they're taking out the analog clocks and putting in the digital clocks because kids can't read the analog clocks.
Yep, exactly.
Right, Bailey? And Eastad goes down on strikes again. Tough night for Eastad.
So I'll tell them.
I've got one that I've had, I'll bet you it's got to be 15, 20 years. And it's actually, it's got the baseball field on there.
Okay.
And it has, first, second, third base and home plate and the outfield, and it's kind of cool.
Okay. No, I saw this one. I think I paid $3 for it. It's got.
Was that with the battery?
No, I had to supply the battery.
Okay.
This is Carson Jersley. Jersley 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Left-handed. Cale Weisenberger. Oh, no. He's for us. That's Zach Peterson. I got him on the wrong side. Oofta. And strike 2. That's why you do this in pencil. Two and 2 the count. Strikeout. Back to back. First time Jersley punched out. Let's bring up Isaiah Byrol for 2 outs.
Byrol.
Wow. Peterson throwing BBs right now.
Nice breaking ball there. As he makes liars out of us now, Joe, and he throws it in dirt.
Yep. 0-1 the count, or should be 1-1. 1-2. All in all, I like being in the press box better than out in the field. Kind of get spoiled being up here. Here's the pitch. Foul out of play. I'll occasionally do games outside yet, under the tent or out in the open.
I'll tell you, the best view I ever had was at Witter Field, though, way up in the crow's nest up there. And I mean, you're up about 30, 35, maybe even 40 feet. And I'll tell you, looking down there, it's like, wow, it's amazing.
Have you ever been up Carson Park?
Yes, I have. Been at Carson also.
I liked being up there last year. That was a cool view, but kind of scary because foul balls come right at you. There's no screen.
Yep. Well, we had the same thing at Witter, and I'll never forget. I was the public address announcer for the Rafters the first 2 years in 2010 and also 2011. And I had a foul ball come in, and I just put my hand up like this, and it went right in my hand.
Chopper is going to go foul.
And it did sting a little bit.
Yeah. I remember watching Reggie Jackson when he was playing for the Yankees. And I can't remember who was pitching against him. And he kept throwing just garbage to him. And finally, Reggie, the pitch came in and it was going to be another lousy pitch.
Sure.
He grabbed it with his other hand. He said, "Give me something I can hit," and threw it back to him.
I've seen that. I've seen that clip. Yes.
That might have been the same year that Gorman Thomas struck out on 3 eephus pitches.
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget when Paul Molitor was with Burlington in the minors, and of course he played at Witter Field against the Wisconsin Rapids Twins.
Okay.
And this would have been back,
Ooh, broken bat. That'll end the inning.
We'll finish the story when we come back to it.
Okay. 3 up, 3 down. 6 in the books. 6-2, Shaps. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Zalewski Sports.
Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brown Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Didn't they get anybody? Oh. Did they get anybody for the golf? Quick thinking Bailey made sure he didn't hear what we were asking.
All right, back to my story here.
All right.
Before we start here, and so saw Molitor play down there against Wisconsin Rapids Twins, and all of a sudden Molitor gets on, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, a throw goes over to first, and he gets caught in the rundown, and some old guy up in the stand says, "And you're supposed to be the great white hope for the Brewers in the future." And the thing is, he becomes a Hall of Famer.
Yes. Top of the 7th inning here. 6-2, Chaparrals. Split for 6 innings. In the 4th inning, they were trailing 1-0. Wood Ducks pushed over runs in the 2nd and the 5th. Kenny Schultz started on the mound for the Chaparrals, pitched 4 innings. Mikhail Weisenberger now in his 3rd inning of work. Peterson grounds to Weisenberger. 1 up, 1 down. So Peterson will ground out.
Now batting, Josh Randolph.
Without, no, that was Sam Johnson. My bad. I was right. Once in a while I do something right. That was Sam Johnson. My apologies. Josh Randolph, the batter. Swing and a miss. Randolph, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Nate Hopkins on deck. 0 for 2 is Mr. Randolph tonight. Fly ball left field. It's high, but playable. Viral under it. Makes the catch. We're out number 2. Yeah, you never know who's going to be good or not.
No.
I mean, some of these players that come out highly touted or end up kind of flaming out. I know I get a lot of grief from my friends about being a Dodgers fan, and they say, oh, you buy the best team money can buy. But if you look at the lineup for the Dodgers, they've got a lot of guys who are a lot of role players. They're not making a lot of money. I mean, by baseball standards.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
For us, they only make $7 million.
Well, it's pocket change. Isn't that what you're getting on your pension, Joe?
Oh, yeah, I wish. But you need players like that on any team.
Oh, exactly, you do.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to have... there's an error.
Misplayed it. Hopkins will reach on the air. You always got to have somebody who's a role player, who's not afraid to do the dirty work and get a hit when you need it. I know Chris Taylor is my favorite player in the Dodgers. You don't say Chris Taylor's name in Milwaukee. He had a couple of big catches in that 7th game of the NLCS a few years ago. And broke the Brewers' hearts. I was torn for that game. I just was. I mean, I wanted both teams to win in a sense. Because, I mean, it's not like I disliked the Brewers. I came to like the Brewers as a kid, and they were the American League.
It's been a while since Milwaukee's been in the World Series, going back to 82.
Yeah, I was 19. I'm now 60. 0-2 the count. Hopkins at first with 2 outs, and Landon Haft fouls that one off. Count remains 0-2. Twilight slowly settling in here in central Wisconsin. The pitch. Ground ball through the wickets. Will they get him at 2? Yes, they do. Good play by Homolka to end the inning. So Haft will reach on a fielder's choice, but will wipe out Nate Hopkins. We've got the 7th inning stretch time.
All right, everyone, time for your 7th inning raffle tickets. First ticket is for
6-2 Chaps. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Zwoski Sports.
Ticket number
Said
24.
we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and going on now through the end of May, the Spring Tire Plus event, which means huge saving on select tires. $50 rebates, $70 rebates, up to $100 rebates on select tires. Going on now through May 31st.
We have the chipping into the pool contest, and Mr. Homolka, not the one playing, trying to chip the golf ball into the little water.
He's really long.
Yeah. You get, I think, 5 or 7 chances at it. Whoa, that one was closer. He's got 2 left. A little short. Last one. Ooh. Oh, just a little over. No, he's got one more. Oh, no, he's going to pick up.
Well, if you would have moved it a little bit closer.
I think that was Al Alicata that was moving the tub. It's like, don't move it yet, Al. All right, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Up the bat.
Riley Bauman,
Riley
Logan
Bauman.
Homolka, and Caden Schillinger due up here against Zach Peterson. Left-hander gives him a strike to start things out. A 6-run fourth. Give the Chaparrals the lead here tonight. Pitch in the dirt. Play 9 innings. I think the mercy rule is 15? 10.
I think it's 10, Joe.
10?
Yeah.
10 after 7. We don't want to see that.
At least that's what it was when I was umpiring a long time ago.
Ground ball. Going to get a base hit to left field. So Bauman lead things off with a single to left here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting,
Logan Homolka, a triple, and 2 ground outs up the middle. 1 for 3. Joe Anderson, Bailey Miller, and Mike Steinwagener bringing you tonight's game. Hope you're enjoying it. If it's a little bit too hot and stuffy for you, sitting in the air conditioning in the recliner.
Actually, there must have been a little rain somewhere because it's actually cooled off very comfortably right now.
Yes. And I'm afraid to say this because I'll jinx things. No mosquitoes.
Yes.
Because this park and Columbia Park across the way where we play our Civic Band concerts, I tell you, as soon as the sun goes down, it's feeding season for the mosquitoes. And I said that last night when we were finishing up, getting ready to play the last song.
They started picking you up.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, no mosquitoes. There is a reason why they call this beautiful city Marshfield.
That's right. It was built on a marsh. You know, it's amazing. You go down to the Wisconsin Rapids area and you go over to Stevens Point area. They've got all that sand over there, and you come over here and you get the clay here.
Yep. Foul ball. Homolka. 1-2 the count. Yeah, I always get a little, I don't want to say nervous, but it gets a little different when once you get north of Highway 8, Wisconsin gets a lot more.
Yeah.
The whole landscape changes. All the sirens and they found us, Mike. Steal attempt, good work. For Bauman, he steals second. Chaparrals would like to get at least 1 or 2 here in the next inning or two. A little bit easier for their pitcher. Caden Schillinger. With 1 out. Luke Wirtz, manager coaching at third. Nobody at first. Usually Brent Eastad is over there. He's DHing tonight. Schillinger. Foul, fly ball, right field. It's going to go foul.
So I take it they're a little short on the bench tonight then?
They have 2 subs. Luke doesn't really want to play. He's got some shoulder concerns.
Okay.
He's got Cole Hediger and Cale Weisenberger is pitching, so he's got 1 left. May see Cole Hediger pinch hit here later on. 1-2 the count. To Caden Schillinger with 1 away. Runner at second. Peterson, the pitch, struck him out. Second strikeout. So 2 down, brings up Gage Worley, and Gage 2 for 3.
Outstanding. Gage
2
Worley.
singles, a run scored. Popped up to Augustine in the second, but 2 back-to-back hits in consecutive innings. And he hits a little flare in right field. Drops for a base hit. And he's going to cruise into second base. Should I give him a double or a single?
That's a double.
That's a double. RBI double for Gage Worley, 3 for 4. Knocks in Riley Bauman. Bauman, a good job stealing second, got in the scoring position.
Will Lee.
Will Lee, 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the 4th inning. Will Lee, a longtime fixture at shortstop here for Marshfield. Had a tough year last year. 2 years ago, he won the tournament, the district tournament, I think it was, and they had the state tournament here. And last year, a lot of injuries really hammered the Chaparrals. Got a lot of young players. Good mixture. Can he get it to third? No, he doesn't. Worley saw the ball hit the ground and thought he could get the third, but he doesn't. So that'll end the inning. 1 run comes in for the Chaps. We head to the 8th inning. It's Chaparrals 7 and Wood Ducks 2. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Zaleski Sports.
An employee at once asked me to prioritize family, faith, and business. And I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of Chaps Baseball. We're still staying with our pitcher, Cale Weisenberger. Some of those numbers are a little funky to... Yeah, this should be Cale Weisenberger, yep, 27.
Yeah.
Okay. Bailey Miller on production tonight. Guest color with Mr. Mike Steinwagner and yours truly, Joe Anderson, bringing you tonight's game. From Jack Hackman Field, the Chaps leading 7-2. Picked up a big run in the 7th inning. That throwdown nearly went through all 3 of them.
Peter Arts.
Pete Arts will lead things off here in the top of the 8th. 0 for 3 on the night is Mr. Arts. Walter Augustine and Austin Szymanski due up here in the top of the 8th for the Wood Ducks. Chopper foul.
That's a 1 o'clock start tomorrow, right?
I believe so. Double check my... I'm going to check my email so I make sure I get the...
We want you to get here on time, Joel.
Yeah, want me to get on time and make sure it's the right day. Was he hit by the pitch?
Walter.
I think he was, Joe.
All right. Hit by a pitch for Mr. Arts. All right, I will check my calendar. I was supposed to, I feel so bad. I was supposed to have gone to a graduation party, and I thought it was tonight, and it was actually last night.
Oh, in other words, you were a day late and a dollar short.
No, I had the dollars
Oh,
in
did
the
ya?
cards. I just had the wrong stinking day. Oh, I felt bad. I'll send them out to the students. Sunday is popped up out of play. Everest Merchants and the Marshfield Chaparrals. It says, according to my schedule, and I'll let Mike look, 1:30 first pitch.
Yeah, first pitch, 1:30.
Okay. Walter Augustine, the batter. Count is 1-1. Snap throw back to first. Good snag by Gage Worley. Ball got a little loose out there, and Worley put the clamps down with the glove and squeezed it. 2-2 the count to Augustine. Struck him out.
Yeah, looking at ZaleskiSports.com, it has a 1:30 start tomorrow.
Okay.
And I see the schedule is out on ZaleskiSports.com of all the games next week. The weekly schedule is out. And you guys are very, very busy next week.
Yes, we're always busy, especially this time of year. It's just crazy.
In fact, Tuesday, June 6th, here at Jack Hackman Field, we'll have the great honor of having 3 ball games here as Division I sectional is being here. Okay. Number 1 seed Spash will take on River Falls at 10 o'clock. Number 2 Hudson will take on DC Everest at 1 o'clock, and the sectional championship at 4 o'clock. And most likely the young pitcher from DC Everest, Mr. Langben, will be throwing, and I guess the scouts were looking at him last week already. So he's an arm. I'll tell you, he's throwing actually in the low 90s as they had the gun on him, and he's if he's from the Langben family, he's a top-notch pitcher. So. Spash had a great year this year. Hudson also an outstanding year. So it should be a great sectional here at Marshfield.
Working that sectional here will be Jason and Chris, Trevor, and Bailey. And I'll be in Altoona with Bob Bradovich. And we have Altoona versus Ashland at 10, Mosinee versus West Salem at 1, and the winners will play for the championship at 4. And that's a pretty nice ballpark. Cinder City Park.
Yes. In fact, I did a sectional championship in softball. In fact, I think it was the last year in 2004.
Okay.
I had a softball sectional and I had a baseball sectional. Of course, they had them on different days. And nice ballpark over there for softball also at the high school.
Okay, explain this to me. Why did they split up the sectional days for softball but not baseball?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea, Joe.
Ground ball. Jersley will get the force at third. And the double play.
Great play at first.
I'll tell you, Jersley and Worley are...
Worley has pulled some out of the dirt tonight, though.
Yes, sir. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-2 Shaps. You're watching Shaps Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
All right, time for your 8.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of Marshfield Chaparrals baseball.
Joe, we'll give you the schedule for the rest of the games on Zaleski Sports next week.
Please
also,
do.
Division 3 at Shiocton. Number 3 Amherst will take on number 8, the Auburndale Eagles, at 10 o'clock. In the sectional championship, it will be at 4 o'clock. Division 4 at Athens. Number 4 Edgar will take on number 3 Florence at 10 o'clock. Pacelli, a great season they've had this year. In fact, their softball team will be playing in the state tournament. 3 former CWCC teams in that division. McDonald, Pacelli, and Assumption. Yes. That's amazing. Going to state this year in Division 4. But Pacelli will take on Iowa Scandinavia at 1 o'clock, and the sectional championship will be at 4 o'clock. Wednesday, you got the Rapids Redhawks at Wapaka Lakeman at 7 o'clock. And on Thursday, you got state softball, Division 2, Stratford against Waterloo at 6:30. And in Division 5, Pacelli will take on McDonald at 8:30. So, and Legion Baseball will be coming up also next week, which will be next week Thursday. Rapids will be taking on Wausau, and Kaukauna will be taking on Wapaka in American Legion Baseball. So then also the Assumption game at the state tournament will be on Division 5, Assumption against Oakfield at 8 o'clock on Friday then. So, Joe, that's part of the schedule going on all next week on ZaleskiSports.com.
Can't say that there's nothing to do. If if you can't get to the games, you can watch them here in Zaleski Sports. My colleague Steve Maves just chimed in here. He says Nate Langben is going to Wichita State.
Oh, really? Wow.
You're going to Wichita State? Wow. Daly can...
Well, you can get a ride back. Yeah, you can get right back home.
Bailey going to Wichita State.
And Wichita State has they're outstanding in baseball year in and year out.
And they've got one of the cool nicknames, the Wheat Chuckers. I don't know what their mascot is, but Will Lee is going to draw the walk as he led off the bottom of the 8th inning. Chase Higgins will come to bat. Chase
Higgins.
0 for 3 looking for his first hit of the night. Like one more run if they could get it. They're up by 5, but 5 runs can disappear in a hurry in a baseball game. Brent Eastad due up, and he's on deck for the Chaparrals. Throw back to first. And Nate still has 1 year left in high school. He's only a junior.
Yeah, he's only a junior.
Holy cow.
Yep.
The pitch popped up. Playable, but no.
Yeah, he pitched here last week against Marshfield, and he shut Marshfield down completely. I think that was like a 15-0 ball game. And yeah, he's a great talent. He's ranked as one of the top 10 players in the state of Wisconsin. So, in fact, I see in the top 10 is Craig Council's son, also at Whitefish Bay.
Oh, okay.
Is in the top 10, one of the top 10 players in the state also. So,
ground ball out at 2, safe at 1. So Higgins will reach on the fielder's choice. Getting back to this sectionals for baseball on the same day. So you have Mr. Langben. You know he's a top pitcher.
Yep.
Do you throw him the first game?
I had a conversation with a guy the other day about that. I mean, do you throw him the second? Because the funny part about this is Marshfield played Everest 2 days later, and Marshfield kicked them.
Okay.
So, you've got your bread and butter, but do you all of a sudden, throw them maybe 3-4 innings, and you can still use them in that championship game?
Yes.
You don't know. I mean, it's you got to have some intelligent coaching there in order to,
And you got to know you got somebody that you can hand the ball in the 5th inning.
Exactly.
Ground ball by Eastad. He may beat it out. Yeah, he does. He gets on an error, a throwing error. Wasn't pretty, but Brent got on base. That's going to be an E1. Pitcher or first baseman?
I would say first baseman, the throw is offline. Yeah, in fact, the pitcher got a late jump off the mound in order to cover the bag on that also. So, yeah, I'd give the air on the first baseman on that.
Accomplished. One away with runners at second and third. And Karsten Jersley, this young man, pretty hot tonight, 2 for 3. Struck out his last at bat, but an RBI double in the fourth. And scored a run and had a single in the third. Wearing the groovy stirrups. Can try to push this to right field if you can. Swings and misses for strike one. 7-2 Chaparrals. Here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. Caught that one right in the breadbasket. You know, you got all that protective equipment, but it always seems the baseball finds the spots that it doesn't.
You know, you can have all the protection back there. I'll tell you, I've took a lot of shots off the shoulders, and that's actually I had a shoulder surgery on the right one, and they say the pounding that I took from foul balls, and also you think about it, throwing balls to the pitcher when you have foul balls. Umpires don't warm up before a ball game. So, I mean, here you are, you're throwing maybe 50, 60 times in a ball game, and you haven't loosened up. So, I would have been better off just handing the ball to the catcher, so.
That's what I did.
Yep.
You never wanted to see me throw a baseball. I gave it to him or her and said, you do it.
You throw it.
It's going to be better. 3-2. Struck him out. So Jersley strikes out to end the inning.
No, that's only 2 outs, Joe.
2?
We're going to give him 3 in this inning here.
Oh, okay. I thought that was 3. My bad. Again, math. Isaiah Byral getting excited here.
You talk about this new math, and everything, and they came out with. You had the answer, but you had to show 3 ways how you got that answer. To me, 2 and 2, it was always 4, and it always will be.
Yeah, it's chunking.
Yep.
They tried to show that to me, some of the elementary teachers, and I went, how on the... Oh, did you have to do that, Bailey? Chunking, and where you chunk numbers together and try to figure out, instead of saying 2 times 2 is 4... I don't know. It's just a new math in elementary, and
No, I didn't have to at that point.
oh, good, good. She said, "No, I didn't have to do that." You always want to be innovative. I know that you do, because I mean, there were some cool YouTube videos I did for my elementary music classes that were kind of cool, and they were very effective. New ways to do things, but sometimes the old ways aren't so bad either. 3-1 the count to Isaiah Byral with 2 outs and 2 on. And the pitch. Called a strike.
Yep, he called a strike on that.
I don't think you could misunderstand him on that. Well, who'll win this battle, Byral or Peterson? Ouch!
Dead ball.
And dead ball. Yep, and a dead ball hit by a pitch. That hurts. Now Riley Bauman wearing the very high stirrups. They kind of look like the St. Louis Cardinal stirrups.
Yep.
That's the way we always wore them, like that. Fouled back. Riley Bauman with 2 outs and bases loaded. They scratch one over or not, we'll see. Nighttime is setting in Marshfield. The pitch in the dirt.
Well, we saw that full moon come up there a little bit, but now the clouds are covering that full moon, so.
I think that's why the kids are, you never wanted to have a full moon because you knew that students would always be squirrely.
Yep. My wife always asks, when's that full moon?
Kids are kids no matter what.
Yes, they are. You gotta love them.
Yep. One-two pitch. Struck him out. Look at
Yeah, right down main drag.
Wow. We head to the top of the 9th inning with the Chaparrals leading the Wood Ducks 7-2. You're watching Chaparrals baseball on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and going on now through the end of May, the Spring Tire Plus event, which means huge saving on select tires. $50 rebates, $70 rebates, up to $100 rebates on select tires. Going on now through May 31st.
Finishing up here on the things here in the book, that last inning for Zach Peterson, 1 hit batter, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Bases were loaded, and the Chaparrals did that with no hits. You don't see that very often. Finishing up some stuff here. All right, we got a couple of extra new batters coming up. Top of the 9th, 7-2 lead. And Cole Hediger will pitch here in the 9th. We have a couple of extra hitters here. Cole Hediger, the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Chaparrals. Cole, a native of Neilsville, used to go to the same church I went to for years. So Cale Weisenberger, four innings of work. And we'll get his numbers here. 1 strikeout and walked 1.
All right, new pitcher for the Chaparrals.
Gave up.
Number 6, Cole Hediger.
2 hits. So the pitching line on Cale Weisenberger.
Zach Peterson.
4 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 1 run was scored during his time on the mound. And I didn't catch the batter. 7. Peterson. So Zach Peterson, his second time at bat tonight, 0 for 1. No, first at bat, excuse me. It's a ground ball foul. The third baseman, Karsten Jersley, points.
It went that way, yes.
Stick around if we end this game here tonight, and this at bat. Nasonville Dairy post-game show will come up at the conclusion of this night's ball game. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily, made here in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com.
In fact, I'm going to put a little plug in, Joel, because the FFA breakfast is out at Nasonville Dairy this year on Father's Day. So
cool.
So great breakfast out there.
Zach Peterson down on strikes.
Brady Meyer.
So Brady
Beyer.
Brady Beyer is now batting. He is number 4. His first at bat tonight. And he's wearing all black stirrups, all black socks. Nobody else on the Wood Ducks has that attire.
No, those pants are pretty much all the way down. Well, there's a few with stirrups with the red ones there too, I see.
Yeah. Remember, Mike and I are the fashion police.
Yeah. Tell that to my daughter. Dad, you don't look good. Go change your clothes.
3-0 to Beyer. And he draws a walk from Hediger. So the Wood Ducks still quacking.
Now batting.
You know I had to sneak that one.
Yeah.
Still alive.
2 in one night, boy.
Young man from Spencer, Austin Bacon. He had 2 hits, and I said, Austin is sizzling today.
Oh, I heard. In fact, I caught that ball game, Joe. I remember that. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Austin.
That was in the Columbus game, if I'm not mistaken. Spencer and Columbus. Yes.
I did it once, and I got an eye roll from everybody in the press box. I didn't do it again. Nice kid. Oh, goodness. This is number 8. Or is it 18?
No, it's 8.
This is Matt Vetter. Hediger got the first out on a strikeout. Has since walked Beyer, who's at first, and is got 2 and 2 here on Vetter. It's now full. Hediger, the third pitcher of the inning, or third pitcher of the contest tonight for the Chaparrals. Full count pitch, fouled back. And here I thought it was going to be a calm night in the press box with Lucius not being with us, and Mike is
the second team came in.
And another walk. And there's a first and second with 1 out.
Now up, Nate Hopkins.
So Nate Hopkins, who is 1 for 4.
Boy, you don't see that big a number on uniforms anymore.
No.
57. Usually it's the spring training of the majors.
Who's the big hitter for the Yankees? Where's number 99?
Oh, yeah, there is one. Who is that? That ain't Judge, is it?
Yeah, I think it's Judge. I think it is. I know Sam Casperson for the Columbus softball team wears 00.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, she.
Oh, she.
She.
Okay.
Softball.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh. Must be related to Jim Otto then.
Yeah. For those of you who don't remember who
Jim Otto is, in fact, a former Wausau native.
Yes. He was an excellent center for the Raiders.
Yes, he was. An all-pro, you bet. Hall of Famer.
Oh, my gosh. We're getting in trouble now if you're a Shaps fan. 3 consecutive walks have loaded the bases. And I told you that these games don't, 5 runs is nice to have. But
Actually, you want to know something, Joe? This is what's really scary. he's eligible for the save.
Okay.
Because the on-deck hitter, with the bases loaded, you have the potential of 5 runs right there, so it becomes a save situation.
Oh, that's how they do that.
Yes.
Okay, I knew there was parameters. That
And the other one is if you pitch 3 complete innings
Okay.
on the tail end, you can get the save also.
Okay.
But yeah, you go to the on-deck hitter, and so you've got the potential of 5 runs in order to tie the game. So he's actually in a save situation now.
Oh my gosh.
After the Shaps having a 5-run lead going into the 9th.
Yes. Bases loaded, 1 out. The meeting of the minds on the mound is completed, and Hediger now pitching the Haft. My bad. Landon Haft. 1 for 3, 1 for 4, and he's ahead of Hediger ahead of Haft. 0-2. And the pitch. Ground ball chopper. In behind between hops, Lee scoops it, gets 1 out. 1 run will come in. Haft will get the fielder's choice as Beyer scores.
Peter Hurts.
Vetter will advance to third, and Hopkins out at second for the second out. Peter Arts is 0 for 3 and hit by a pitch tonight.
Game 3 runs instead of only 1. They only scored 1 run on that. Should be 7-3. Should be in the 9th inning, 1 run.
Ball gets by.
Now 2 runs.
Schillinger, another run comes in.
Maybe you should just save it.
Vetter scores, 2 runs in with 2 outs. Just like that, it's 7-4.
I see that, Jeff.
You can never, I tell you, getting that 3rd out, it's the hardest out to get. And they had a 5-run lead going into the top of the 9th, and it's now 7-3. 7-4, excuse me. Haft now at second base. And Arts behind in the count 0-1.
Well, Joel, this is the 9th inning. It's been fun. And I'm going to take off pretty soon.
Okay.
Joseph, it's been fun.
Yeah, you bet.
You
Thanks,
betcha.
Mike.
You bet.
Mike Steinwagner adding color tonight. Can't help it like Mike. A lot of stories. Popped up out of play. He's going to beat the traffic getting out of the stadium. Arts evens the count at 2-2. Mike Steinwagner, ladies and gentlemen. Added color tonight. Always nice to chat with him. A lot of knowledge he has. 2-2 with 2 outs. And runner at second. 2 runs in. And Arts takes a ball from Hediger. Cole started out the inning with a strikeout and walked 3 straight batters. And Schillinger took another foul ball. I'll tell you, Caden Schillinger, I'm going to make him, if the Shaps win tonight, I'm going to make him the player of the game. Now, Caden at the bat is 0 for 3, but I'll tell you, Caden has taken a beating back there tonight and has only allowed, I think at the most, 2 balls have gotten past him the entire evening. And he has taken numerous foul balls. Fly ball left field. Byrel and Jersley give chase. Jersley makes the catch in foul territory for the win. Wow. So Karsten Jersley ends the game here with a victory for the Marshfield Chaparrals. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. And get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
really took a beating tonight. What were some of the pitches you were seeing tonight as a catcher or whatever?
We just have 3 main pitches. We have guys throw that fastball, curveball, changeup. Every once in a while we have a slider that we throw, but other than that, we try to keep things low. And when they come low, you got to get in front of them.
Now, where did you get hit? If you can kind of describe it, I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, did you catch any in the shoulder or?
Pretty much everywhere. When you're behind the plate, it's really hope the ball doesn't ricochet off the bat and catch you, but it does every time. So.
Looked like you took a hard one off the thigh.
Yeah, right there at the end. Yep.
So that's why I brought you in here. And guess what? You get to be in the house and you get a free shirt.
Sweet.
So come up with me after we're done here putting you in the house, and we'll get you a free shirt.
Sweet.
Go ahead, sir. Whenever you're ready.
I'm Caden Schillinger, and I'm in the house.
All right. See you up in the press box. Yep. Caden Schillinger, ladies and gentlemen. Big bats for the Chaparrals tonight. Gage Worley was 3 for 4. They've been a big 6-run 4th inning for the Chaparrals, helped get the win. They chipped in one more in the 7th to make it 7-2. 2 runs came in for the Wood Ducks in the 9th inning to make it 7-4, and that's the final. The winning pitcher tonight for the Chaparrals will be Cale Weisenberger. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 1 run allowed. Cole Hediger pitched an inning and gave up 2 runs, struck out 1, and did a good job to finish up the game. Chaparrals had the big win tonight. Tomorrow, Bailey and I will be here for another Chaparrals game. They'll be playing the Everest Merchants. That game will be at 1:30 here tomorrow at Jack Hackman Field. For Bailey Miller, Mike Steinwagner, our guest color commentator tonight, this is Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching our game tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow on Zaleski Sports for more Chaparrals baseball. Have a great evening. Again, the final score, Chaparrals 7 and the Wood Ducks 4. Have a great night.